Across the shinobi world, there are many different ideas around the meaning of the strongest. And however you may see it to be, a thing that you and I came to see was when a man with no potential went from being regarded as a failure to be to one who the world will come to lean on in a desperate assault to prevent the end of the world. I'm talking about when Might Guy became the strongest. Despite that, there are many people who disagree with that and say how Guy didn't even beat Madara in their clash. So in this video, I'll be breaking down Guy's fight against Madara hit for hit to show you guys who truly was actually the better fighter. And if you want to see more Naruto content from myself, be sure to hit that subscribe button and leave ideas for future content down below. To start off this fight, Guy is planning on using the Sekizo. Guy now runs up at Madara and hits him with the first step. Now initially, Madara was able to block this punch, but Guy ends up actually overpowering Madara, and we see Madara going straight to the ground. Guy then disappears, leaving Madara just laying on his ass. Now Madara flies back into the air. When in the 8th gate, Guy's able to kick off the air, and he's able to give off the appearance of flight. Now Guy circles around Madara really fast. Now, not only is Madara clearly having some sort of difficulty to tracking Guy, but also he's kind of trapping Madara as he's circling around him. And from there, Guy punches Madara with the first step. Now, Madara is able to kind of soften the blow. As you see, he's able to create a shield with one of his truth-seeking orbs, but Guy gets behind Madara and punches him with the second step. From there, he then also hits Madara with the third step and the fourth step, and we see that Guy is able to have an easier time to hit Madara after he lands those first two steps, as these are air cannons that he's using, which are blowing back Madara, and they're completely messing with what Madara can do, and also just entirely messing with his position. Now, here's where Kakashi, Minato, Gaara, and Lee get involved in the fight, as after Guy hits Madara with the fourth step, he tries to cover himself with a barrier, kind of like what Gaara did in the Chunin exams, just instead of with sand, with his truth-seeking orbs. Gaara's sand is sent over there with Kakashi riding on top, and what happens is Kakashi Kamui's a hole through the barrier, and when Madara sends his truth-seeking orbs at Guy, we know that Rock Lee threw one of Minato's flying Raijin kunais in between the truth-seeking orbs and Guy. Minato teleports and takes the truth-seeking orbs with him and teleports him away, and then we see that Guy is able to punch Madara, but we see he's actually able to punch Madara through his truth-seeking orbs barrier, and Guy's punch sends Madara crashing through the ground. Now Guy gets into stance and charges up to use the Night Guy. Now with the Night Guy, Guy charges at Madara and lands a flying sidekick on Madara. At first, we see him literally destroy Madara's whole left side of his ribcage, but as he continues to kick through, you see that after this specific kick lands, that Madara is literally missing a whole chunk of his body. Now Guy has thrown his kick, and that's where the problem comes into play. Guy is done. We know this is a case of the 8 gates, we know that it kills you, and we know that this is the result of that. But the problem is, while Guy is laying there prepared to die, Madara is still up, and technically if you want to say he was physically inferior to Guy, you can, but in terms of who was the last man standing, you do kind of gotta give this win to Madara. That's literally how the conclusion comes down to. If you think that the person who dominated the whole fight and lost due to their own power running out, if you want to say that despite the fact that the other person literally did nothing to get the win, you could say someone like Guy won. Or if you want to say that Madara outlasted everything Guy could do and he is still standing and clearly hasn't been killed, hasn't even been knocked out, and you want to say because of that Madara is the winner, that's fine too. And if you want to see me do this again with more Naruto fights, please let me know which down in the comment section below for future videos.